There are multiple methods of finding out break-even point. Now we are going to get familiarized with the tabular method of finding out the break-even point. Okay, first of all, let us assume certain levels of production in units, and let us assume they produce certain levels of output. For example, figures at 0 level when they produce nothing. Okay, that and 100 units, 200 units, 300 units, 400 units, 500 units, 600 units, 700 units, and 800 units. Okay, that means these are the assumed production levels. So they produce 0 units, that means they don't produce anything. They produce 100 units, 200 units, or up to 800 units they produce. Okay, and the variable cost is given here, right? Variable cost is rupees 10 per unit. Okay, so what will be the variable cost? So that will be equal to number of units produced into the variable cost per unit, rupees 10. Of course, we know that that is equal to 0. Okay. Now, when we multiply the number of units with variable cost, we get the total variable cost. And let us assume the fixed cost of this business is rupees 20,000. So I hope you remember what fixed costs are. Fixed costs are those cost that the business will incur whether you produce something or not. When you produce 0 units, variable cost will be 0 because that is production related cost. Since there is no production, there won't be any variable cost. But the business will incur fixed cost. Example is rent or salary for the accountants, etc. etc. So bank interest, these are all some examples of fixed cost. Now whether you produce 0 units or 800 units, fixed cost will remain the same. It will be 20,000 at all the levels of output. But whereas the variable cost will change according to the levels of output. Per unit variable cost is fixed at rupees 10, but the total variable cost will change. Now next column is about total cost. So total cost, we know that total cost is nothing but variable cost plus fixed cost. So we need to add this one and fixed cost column, and we get total cost of rupees 20,000 when you produce 0 units. And when you produce more units, total cost will increase. So total cost is variable cost plus the fixed cost. Now selling price per unit. Sales is 50 rupees per unit. Now what happens when you produce 0 units and sell 0 units? You know that answer is 0. So it will be 0 units into rupees 50. So that is equal to 0. And when you produce 100 units, what will be the situation? You will get 5,000. How do you get that? 100 into rupees 50. And like that, you will get various levels of sales. So when you produce 800 units, your sales value is rupees 40,000. How do you get this? 800 into rupees 50, you get rupees 40,000. Now we have got the total units that the company might produce and total amount of variable cost at all the levels of output. We know the fixed cost, we know the total cost, now we know the sales also. So when we know all this data, we can easily find out profit or loss. What is profit or loss? Profit or loss is nothing but sales minus total cost. So when you produce or sell 0 units, you incur a loss of rupees 20,000. And when you try to produce 1,000 units, you will still incur a loss of rupees 16,000. When you try to produce or sell 200 units, your loss is 12,000. So as you increase the production levels, the the loss becomes lesser and lesser. Like that, when you do it for all the different levels of output, okay, so we know that at a certain point, that is when you produce or sell 500 units, what happens? you don't have a profit or loss. You are in a situation where zero profit, no loss situation. You have rightly guessed that this situation is called break-even point. So 500 units is the break-even point in units, and 25,000 rupees is the break-even sales volume. Okay, this is another method of finding out break-even point. Thank you. I hope you have understood.